So happy Monday. Hope you had a good weekend. What did I do? I went snowboarding. A lot of people have been asking me how I make my videos. One thing I'll say is normally I try to make sure I've shaved. Today I have not shaved, feeling a bit haggard, but I'll make this video anyway. Now I'm just at the beginning of my experimentation with all this, and my setup is really basic, but I realized that might be helpful for some of you, so I thought I would share how I'm doing this. Let's start actually with this microphone. Now, eventually I'm going to get a shotgun mic, so there's not a mic in the frame. But in the meantime, I wanted to have good audio. I think good audio is a big piece of having watchable videos. And this is the Audio-Technica ATR 2100 USB mic. It's a dynamic microphone, so you have to be pretty close to it. The further I get away, the harder it is to hear me. But the advantage to this microphone is that it doesn't pick up any of the background noise. Right now the furnace is on and you probably can't hear it. Here I just have a microphone stand. I also have, when I'm doing screencasts and I'm not in the frame, I have this pop filter that I put over top. I bought both of these at Amazon, and I think for under $60 or something like that. So the other camera I use when I'm out and about is my iPhone 6S. And I just use the regular video settings. And so right now I'm going to show you the camera I'm using. It is the Logitech Webcam Pro. And it just plugs in to my MacBook Pro, which I'll show you guys in a bit. It just clips on my computer, but it also has a option to put it on a tripod if you wanted to. And the other important piece is these windows I have right here. I have two big windows that let in all of this natural light. Right now I just have a white wall as a background, but there's enough natural light coming in that as long as I record between 10 a.m. and 3, I find that the light is good enough for these kinds of videos. One more note about the camera is I'm using this app called Webcam Settings Panel, and this is how I adjust the white balance, kind of the color temperature, saturation, and things like that. It's been really helpful to give me more granular control over how the video looks. I also use these Sennheiser HD202s, affordable headphones, nothing fancy, but they work great. For editing, I'm using ScreenFlow. And it's a application for the Mac. It's a really basic, non-linear editor. So you have a timeline that you can scrub through here. You can easily kind of edit the timeline. So if I want to edit just this piece here, I can delete that. And it's also easy to put in titles and things like that. So if I wanted to put in a title here, I can either overlay it right here. So it's not the most advanced editor, but it does allow me to adjust saturation if I'd like. I can adjust brightness if I want, contrast, all those kinds of things. Here's an example of a project that's a little bit more complicated. So you can see I've got the video. Here I've overlaid an image on top of the video. And then the video fades into these animated sequences that I've made. And then there's a music track right down here. For the animated sequences, I've been using two products. One is called Go Animate, and one is called Render Forest. And I'll just output these as HD video and then pull them into my project here. And usually what comes out of these products is like not quite edited the way I'd like, so I will trim those up and edit them further here in inside ScreenFlow. So after I'm done editing a video, I'll have basically two audio tracks, the music and my speaking. I know that as a business owner, every day you wake up. Now, the audio levels on these can be all over the place, especially if I've used my iPhone for some of the clips. And so what I'll do is I'll remove the audio track just so I have the speaking tracks, and I'll export that as just as audio, so lossless audio. And then I use this free tool called Levelator, and I just drag the audio file onto there, and it levels all of my audio for me. And then I'll go back in here, I'll reduce the existing audio down to 0, and I'll put in this audio track from Levelator, which, as you can see, the waveforms are all nice and even and strong and loud, which is exactly what I want. And then I'll put in the music underneath it. And I'll usually reduce the music down quite a bit just so that you can hear it underneath the track. Once I'm done, I will export. I use Web High is the kind of presetting, but then I'll usually come in here and I'll up this to like 9600 kilobits per second, click OK, and then I'll just go into YouTube and upload those here. And the last step is I'll create a special thumbnail for the video. I've just found that these help get more attention for the videos I've been posting. So I'm just doing this in Fireworks, actually, which is old software I've been using since the 90s, really. But you could use Photoshop or Sketch for this. And yeah, I just create some titles. I usually try to stylize an image, a screen cap from the video. So this one has actually been edited quite a bit. To edit those images, I'm actually using this software. It's called Filtron. All of the links for this will be in the show notes. This is really a really great way to add different filters to an image and kind of play around with it. I usually use this one called Hipstern, and that will become the background for for my titles. So that's basically my workflow and the tools that I use. If you think I've missed something, ask a question in the comments below. If you have suggestions on how I can improve this, let me know that too. Some of this is related to budget. I'm going to invest in my equipment gradually. I think all of this equipment, other than the computer, was less than $100, less than $200 for sure. And yeah, that's basically it. Oh, I forgot one thing. Coffee is probably the most important tool. I haven't had one yet. Maybe I'm looking a little bit groggy. So I'm going to go solve that right now. See you later. Thanks.